Welcome back to another video and another weigh-in update. If it's your first time here, my name is Beck. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, I'm going to apologise in advance because my daughter is downstairs with her friends filming for her media course. You may hear some laughter, you may hear some noise, as I just did, but I think my dog is on the way up the stairs. There we are. So yeah, if you can hear any background noise, that's what that is. Right on cue. So I'm going to hope that it doesn't continue for long or it doesn't get very loud, because then I probably have to delete the whole thing and start again for copyright issues. Anyway, there's going to be a lot of chopping in this video, I think, isn't there? Okay, so I want to start by saying this week, do you know what, I'm just going to adjust me a second because a little bit on the high side. So this week I want to say I've really felt quite motivated. I think because I've been doing the challenge with Gemma, however she's doing 10k, but I decided to lower mine to 8 because I wanted to make it manageable. So with doing the step challenge and doing my 7-day challenge that I'm doing, is it 7-day challenge? I'm not even calling it a 7-day challenge because I'm just going to keep doing it until I stop wanting to do it. But at the moment, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's the Lucy Wyndham Reed, it's like a belly busting challenge. It's meant to be for 7 days, and then I may switch it up, but I'm really, really enjoying it. I'm getting to know the moves as well now, which is always helpful. So that's what I've been doing this week. I'm feeling very motivated still. I'm so sorry, I'm gonna have to stop and start again. Well, I have told them, but it's because it's her media homework. I feel really bad. I feel really bad now. So I'm going to have to just put up with it and then just stop talking and then start again. So as I was saying, I'm feeling really motivated and I'm not wanting that to change at all. Now, this is a person, me, who hates the gym, who doesn't really like exercise very much at all. But I think because I know that I haven't got to go anywhere, I haven't got to see anyone, I haven't even got to get changed into my pyjamas if I don't want to, which most of the time I generally don't, because I'll do it before I go in the shower, before work, or before I do anything for the day, and then that sets me up for the day then, and I know that it's done. As in the challenge, not the steps, because I definitely don't do 8,000 steps before I go to work, as we know. So the thing that I've been finding difficult with that, and you will have seen it in yesterday's video, where I thought that I'd not have a problem getting to the 8k because I was on 7,900 and something, and then it strikes midnight on the clock and I've got 15 steps left to do. So that's the only downfall that I've had this week in terms of my steps. Other than that, I've done them. And food wise has been great this week. It's been very much when I go shopping on a weekend, especially if I'm working through the week, which I generally am unless it's half term or summer holidays, I tend to have a lot of the fresh stuff because I try not to go shopping all the time, whereas years ago or weeks or months ago, if I was running out of stuff, I'd go back to the shop, spend more money, and then I do that in every couple of days. And I got to the point where I thought, no, I need to have a limit that I'm setting. I'm going to the shops once a week. Don't get me wrong, now and again, if we need milk or we need bread or essential things like that, I will pop to the shops. But I do try my very best not to go and pick up sort of a second shop, because, you know, you just end up spending so much money. And with the way that prices are rising for everything at the moment, I'm trying to just keep it on an even keel. So I'm trying to not spend too much, but I'm trying to get the fresh stuff. But the trouble is, I suppose, with the fresher things is you've only got them for the first part of the week. At least that's how it works out with me. So I was thinking about things like steam fresh veg and stuff like that, or even frozen veg, because veg is veg, and if you can keep it in the freezer, because I hate wasting food. And I did notice that when I cleaned my fridge out last week before I went shopping, there was so much waste there, and it was stuff that I'd had for a couple of days prior to going shopping, the time before, and then I was like, oh, I'll use that, it'll be fine, I'll use that, it'll be fine, and then I just didn't use it, and then it was in there for like a week and a half, and I thought, oh no, that's just, I hate wasting it, but I had to throw it away then. So, because then I put off using it because it wasn't as nice as it was when it was fresher, and you know, it's like a vicious cycle then, isn't it? So I'm looking for sort of alternatives to that, and I was thinking steam fresh veg or something instead of fresh veg in my bottom drawer of my fridge. We'll see how that goes anyway, but I'm going to buy extra fruit this week because I've actually run out. I think there's one apple and a grapefruit left. Nobody eats grapefruits in my house. Don't know why I bought that. I just thought it might be nice. No. So I'm going to make sure I get extra veg to last us for the full week until I go shopping the next time, or at least there's only one day, whereas this time it hasn't been too bad. But I noticed that we were running out of fruit and food by about the middle of the week. So that needs to change. I need to be a bit more organised on that front. But food-wise as a whole, and how I've been eating this week, I've stayed within my calories, I think, the majority of the week. I'm going to screen scroll here so that at least when I'm editing, I'll know as well. But I think there was only one day that I went over, and that was very, very slightly. So what I will say is some of the food that I've had may have been within my calories, but I did notice that it was higher in fat, which, because I was in the red on some days, I noticed that, and it's obviously not the healthiest choices that I've made, but calorie wise it's been within them. So this week I stepped on the scales, and like I said, I've been feeling so motivated, doing all this extra I was going to call it body magic then, which I suppose it is body magic if you're doing Slimming World. All this extra exercise, which my body definitely is not used to. How did I do? Well, let me tell you, not that great. I didn't. So I could go down the hole, you know, it's probably my body retaining water, which it might be. But I have to say I was slightly disappointed because I gained half a pound, which is fine. Slightly disappointed because I expected a loss, I think, because I've increased that exercise, I've increased my steps, my food's been within my calories, but sometimes our body does these things, doesn't it? Now, I don't know what it is. I was actually messaging somebody yesterday because they were commenting about the perimenopause, and how it's affected their weight loss, and it definitely has an impact. It really does. At the moment, your body's changing, you know, my body's changing, so it's how we're dealing with these things, isn't it? So I think that's why this week, as well as making sure I've got enough fruit and veg to last me, so I think just for me and the way that my body is at the moment, I'm going to increase my fruit and veg intake. I'm going to continue doing my exercises because I am really enjoying them. I'm going to continue obviously with my step challenge for the whole of February, but I also think not just for the whole of February, I think I want to keep my step goal at 8,000 going forward, because it definitely does get me moving and it makes a difference as well. So, well, it doesn't make a difference to my bloody weight loss, does it? But you know what I'm saying, as in being, I suppose, a bit more active is what I was trying to say. So that's my plan for this week. I'm going to keep as active as I have been. I'm also going to increase my fluid intake because I left my bottle over my friend's last weekend, and I think it took me about 3 days to go and pick it up. So that was 3 days, and I never ever drink as much when I haven't got my bottle, because I don't know why. I don't know why I said because I don't actually know the reason for that, because there's no different going to the kitchen and getting a glass with a water or squash in it. Squash for me because I like squash. Yeah, I just don't, if I haven't got it there accessible, then I generally don't do it. So what I need to do is just make sure I'm having enough fluid as well. So that is my plan for this week. Plenty of fluid, plenty of exercise, and the right foods. And I'm hoping that next week, because it'll have been longer, if it is a water retention thing, that I get a nice loss. That is my plan. That is my hopes. That is what I expect. But there we are. We'll see. So in all the excitement, I forgot to show you my book. So since starting, so this week, there we are, I'll show you that. This week there's a gain of ½ pound, and then a loss, let me focus me, there we are. A loss since I started in January 2020 of 3 stone 4, and since I was at my heaviest, 4 stone 7, so 4.5 stone. I hope wherever you are, you've had good losses, gains, maintains, whatever it is you've wanted, you've got them. I will see you tomorrow for a what I eat in a day and a little house update. So as I was saying, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Talking about asparagus and tender stem broccoli. Who wants to know about that? So in all the excitement, I forgot to show you actually. And that's it. I eat in a day and a little house update. And now somebody's knocking my door. Come on in.
Do you have any cold and flu tablets?
In the box downstairs, I think.
Where?
In the medicine box.
I can't find them.
They're in... Oh, hello dog. We've all come to say hello, have we?
Yeah, she keeps going up the stairs, so I'll leave her up here.
Yeah, that's fine. You can leave her up here if she wants to be with me. She wants
Yeah,
to be
I can't
with
find
me.
it, but they look like drugs, don't they? Like, because it's like a proper pill.
I've never seen a proper pill.
No, but
Drugs.
like, do you know, like...
You know I'm recording this, don't you?
No. Do you know on like the emoji, like a tablet is that? It
Yeah.
looks like that.
Yeah.
It's like the emoji of a
It's like
tablet.
yellow and red.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where it is. Or if that looks like a drug.
They were in a box.
Maybe I ate them all.
You know, if you're drinking, you probably shouldn't take them.
No, we're not actually having them.
Oh.
Just like for show, just to like for the camera. One looks like drugs. Do you know ecstasy? It's like a piece of paper.
I've got no idea.
You ever seen Black Mirror?
No.
My friend's on there.
Tash. Oh. And this is what she's recording for her media. Oh dear.